And I think the crude oil itself, the fuel value of the crude oil itself, was very, very specifically tuned to that very specific value for a reason. I think it's that way very specifically. Alright, these can actually go away. In both cases, the crude usage would be the same. What are both cases? Are you assuming that you're using crude to make the steam to crack into heavy oil? A long time ago. Ha! We're not in that time scale, by the way. That this change just happened. At least it feels like it just happened. Alright, so I'm back on my bus. We did our little changeover. I made him curious now about heavy oil versus fuel oil. Math is going to happen. Immortal will be doing math now. It was 82.5 for a long time, but it was never pushed live. It's only been live for a week. It might have been changed 3-4 weeks ago. Again, not a long time ago. Not a long time ago. Anyway, how's this doing? Oops. Oops, oops. Oops. What was this again? Renea. There. Do the thing. Move. Move for me. That would be fantastic if you would do your thing. Hellmod now has proper usage for fuel from fluids. Good. Good. That was necessary. How is anything else going over here? How is our... The twofer is going smoothly. The cotton gut studs are functional. I've got a couple others here. Let's just toss those in with that. How's the trits? We've got some trits. We've got a couple of trits now. By the way, I think these are 1 per building. That plus 8,000 speed tells me that it's most likely 1 per building at the start. Gee, that makes increasing the mark levels very much necessary and very good by comparison. What do I even... I'm trying to remember what the trits are particularly good at. Pressurized reef. What do they render into besides the photophores that will be required? So we've got 7 meat for 1. That's decent actually on meat. Oh boy, 7 meat, 90 blood. That's actually also relatively high. 5 bones. That's brains 2. Where's brains? 1. Where's brains? Brains? Oh. What? So I've got access to 6 meat. And I guess that's upgraded text here. 6 meat, 1 brain, 3 skin, 4 bones, 4 guts, 80 blood, and 7 lard. 7 lard. So trits are really good lard. Like really good lard. Very good lard. And of course the photophores, which are absolutely required to progress. Look up the trit cost. Well, the trit cost is moondrops. So the basic trits, 70% out, no cages whatsoever here, by the way. 15 tree seeds, 15 seaweed, 5 moondrop, and 3,000 saline. Yes, it's saline. It's 3,000 saline. Sure, we'll throw all the saline, and then filtration media gets added, and then sodium alginate gets added. Wait, what? I found a problem. I found a bug. Cough, cough. There's an issue. I found a thing. I have officially found a thing. So we have identical requirements on these 2 recipes, but one is 0.7% chance, or 0.70% chance, and one is 80% chance. So 70, 80, same recipe, no addition. It will pretty much be objectively better to do this 80% out recipe that uses filtration media and the sodium alginate. Now, the sodium alginate is a little bit painful. Just logistics, not really the actual cost. This is free, but it's yeah, it's just having to do all the legwork here. The main cost is filtration and saline on these guys, but they do have pretty good output. Like let's be clear here. The output on the stuffs is pretty good, especially on a map with infinite amounts of salt for saline. Cough, cough. And you need to make them because you need the photophores. These are, at least I think, I'm pretty sure we need trits because we're going to need it for something. I guess not. We can have laboratory grown brains to make more things. More things. I thought the photophores were used in something else. Yeah, heavy oil is much better. That's what I was thinking. I thought the photophores were involved in alien enzymes, but I guess I'm wrong. Hey, I guess I'm wrong about a thing. So the anti-tumor nanomachines are just for getting additional guts, chitin. Looks like guts and chitin. Yeah. So if you do the anti-tumor stuff, you can get more guts. I don't see why one would spend the effort making the growing trits for photophores just to get more guts out of any one particular animal when you can just scale up and get more animals. Like the whole concept of literally all of those recipes, it's just doesn't really work, to be honest. Just I don't know why it even exists. All the like anti-tumor stuff and all that to get extra of one particular item from an individual creature at the cost of having to make a bunch of other creatures as well just to do that output when you could just make more of one thing. It's like, excuse me. I can see that the process is something that would logically exist, but not in this current implementation. Anyhoozle, what was I doing again? We've sort of got like over 2 hours left in this stream today, so maybe doing actually something. I need this oil print, this organ printing, to pick up the pluripotent stem cells. So what is the limiting thing? Let's have a investigation here with these neuroprocessors, because of course it's always gonna be stuff. Optical fiber. Why? Again, are you not functional? Why is my organic solvent dead? Why is the acetone? Ah! Right. Could I please repeat the thing I said about animals? So with the Tritz photophores, I've pointed out that hey, we have to grow Tritz to make this dynamycin, along with Fat Eye. We have to kill a few Trits and Fat Eye to make this dynamycin, and then make this anti-tumor nanomachine stuff with alien enzymes and all this other stuff in it just to what? Get a few extra units of guts to get what? Like how much more guts out of this from any one particular animal? If we actually use these, it's simply nowhere even remotely close to being worth doing outside of maybe the few times that you need it to make the Mark IV versions of creatures for your modules. Like, it's not actually worth making any amounts of anti-tumor nanomachines in the end. Just as one example, just all of these items across the board for all of the different stuff is just, it's not viable right now when you can just make more of something else. Just make more of any one animal and you've got more output. Just the current implementation is not at all even remotely viable. I don't think anyone will ever do it. Like, it's on the face of it, it's bad. I don't think anyone who gets that far into the game will ever consider actually using those things. Anyway, so I have to deal with like excess phenol here. That's a slight issue. That's a slight problem. There is a way of dealing with this, and that is to do voiding. Where do I have a convenient voiding line? Cough, cough. I need to get this to the convenient voiding line. Can I stack it? Absolutely. Yay. Stuff. You think that the RNA stuff was done last week in terms of fixing it, the anabolic RNA, to get meat? More meat! Like, the cost of these is so insane with the, like, anabolic RNA, for example. Where's the actual item? There it is. Like, the cost of this is so inordinate. Oh, hey. 300 on a cycle of that. Yeah, I mean, sure, you get a lot, but just more Ulrich, more just build more. Like just build more. The only time it would be useful would be for the animals that need like two other animals, I think. That would be a time where it's decent. So if one cycle to make anabolic RNA is giving you 300, that means you could do 300 cycles of these various things. I don't know. Still, like the very nature of Factorio is build more. Like the very nature of Factorio is just build more. I still question the even this with anabolic RNA. It's like, is it really going to be worth the extra amount of meat that I get out of this? Will I need that much meat to make this even remotely uh to make it even remotely, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word, uh, attractive. There needs to be something here that makes this attractive, and as of this moment in time, I don't think it is very attractive at all. I just don't think it's very attractive at all. There needs to be higher output of the end product, more so getting more of that stupid intermediate. You can buff the intermediate all you want, it's still not going to make doing those processes attractive. I don't care if it's 300, I don't care if it's 3 million units of anabolic RNA that I get out of that process of making the anabolic RNA if the recipes only give me +2 meat to use it. And cost everything else associated with making that creature. Because sadly, that one intermediate is not the only thing that's required to do those recipes. But anyway, we're getting a little bit sidetracked. How about I come up with a plan of what to do right the hell now. So this is moving. That has 4. This will produce 3. So I can get at least the 1, right? This takes 5. I could take 1 more off of this to put in here right now. Gosh, this is so... It's... That's what it is. It's... Actually, what? Zogna, we need to talk. What is with petri dishes? Am I simply using... Yeah, about that. It's just not backing up enough here. But I'm filling a stupid chest right now. Let's not fill a chest. Let's limit that chest. Come, my minion. I suppose I could do this, like, on my mall. Technically speaking, I could do this on my mall. Why did I go? I went all the way over here. I need to go where? A little bit further. Hello? Die. I do not need a backup or a full buffer here. That is not required. Absolutely not. Something is chewing through the red science. Oh, red science. One of these things. Oh, it's... Right. Yeah. Stop that, please. It's eating all of my red science. How dare it? How dare it eat all of my red science? Alright, so now am I finally gonna get some of these going up through the thing? Apparently not. What do you even need? Just the empties and the agar? Looks like I've actually scaled this production to be identical to what I need. Somehow. This is how many? 16, making 1.6, and this is 10, 1.5. Yeah. About that, see. .6 versus 0.1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Or versus 0.2, it's 3 times increase, by the way. So by doing this upgrade, I basically just added 4 versus previously. So it went from basically 16 to 20, 2 full units of agar per second, 1.8 getting used now. That gives me a little extra to go up and feed some other things, because I do need some excess of agar, but what I don't know is if I have enough steam. 3 times 60 is 180, so I do need a little bit more beautiful, glorious steam here. There you go. Have some steam. And then, hey, we've got some excess. Some minuscule amounts of excess. Now, all of it should be going up to feed the other stuff. Oh, boy. Yeah. I've got work to do, don't I, to get all of that at much bigger scale. Slowly but surely, we'll work on these things. But first, cotton guts. Well, I guess, but first is tufra, not so much cotton guts. Okay. Tufra. That's what I will work on first. Oh, hello. Have things. Have only that many things at a time stored in that thing. That sounds like a wonderful, beautiful idea. Now we're going to start cooking our Renea very well. Now this'll go do its thing. Yay, stuff things. Alright, see you in about an hour, Immortal. Okay, Tufra. While all of this is progressing, why? Oh. Right. I need filters. Or a buffer chest. That's what I need. Buffer! That actually solves all of my woes. Hello, buffer chest. Buffer warehouse, I should say. You are going to request the cotton gut studs. The actual studs. Why? Those are the pups. Where are the actual studs? Studs. Wherefore art thou? There you are. Studs. All of them. Bring me the studs. You can, of course, request from the buffer chest for your studs that you want, as can you bring in from the buffer chest. Oh, you want the pups. You don't need the studs. No. You don't need those. So this will, of course, allow this chest to remain somewhat empty. It is completely allowed to fill up with all of the amount of studs it wants to have in it as soon as I've filled this with about 10k. That will give me sufficient quantities to use as modules. And that's the whole point. These are exclusively modules with the studs. So that's okay. I don't really need this process moving at all if I have sufficient quantities of studs at Mark 1. That is fine. Doesn't matter if that chest gets filled. Okay. This is moving. This has stuffs cycling. It's all pretty and nice and beautiful and wonderful. And I will probably want to do the same thing with the other things like the Renia, the Tufra, etc., etc. So I will probably do that like right out here. Renia, Tufra, sea sponge things, and the moon drops. Actually, I could use the same chest. What am I thinking? 10k is not going to take up even remotely close to all of this, so let's get the... What do I need to request exactly? The Tufra... If I can find it. The Tufra... The... Technically the Renea. The moon drop. And which sea sponge again? I guess I'll take actual sea sponges here. Of course, that means that I have to go through each location now, and yeah, so I'm not even outputting actual sea sponges. Oh well. I need to go through and be like, hey, request from buffer chest. And down here, be like, hey, Oh, okay, so that's how I'm doing this at the moment. What about the Tufra? Ah, you're doing it that way, so that's fine as well. So hey, we've got stuff. Things! Big stretch! Reposition, and, so Tufra. This is what I will build first. At some degree of scale, we shall see. We'll do that. We will do that. It is manure. It is this exact same recipe that I'm doing right here. But at scale. Okay, let's plan this out. Helmod, welcome. Welcome, you get to tell me how to make Tufra on this day. I am looking at... I should just search Tufra. Yeah, that looks like the recipe that I'm going for here. Grab that, do the thing with the modules. 5, that is correct. Yes, 5, yes. 5 per thingy. I am looking for an output of a yellow belt. I am looking for an output of a yellow belt of Tufra. We can see that's 136 Mark 1 buildings. Am I happening to make any Mark 2 buildings of those yet? I don't think so. No. I don't think so. So the ash I'm not worried about. It's the 6.82 manure. Oh joy. We're going to use Nuckmo.